hope everybody is having a beautiful Saturday morning. You got your coffee, you got whatever magazine, gaming magazine, and you're ready to hear these topics. We're missing one member today, Miss CHAREECE. She had a family funeral, but we are sending our love to her. And we have Miss Delilah and Miss Lady Infamous here. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves and tell us what you've been playing? Go ahead, Miss Delilah.
Yes. Well, this week's been a really tough week for me, so I haven't really got a chance to jump and play on into anything. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying Guacamelee 2, which just dropped. I love the first game, so I'm gonna jump on that as soon as we're done with this podcast. And just enjoying this beautiful day on in Atlanta. Yeah, so
okay.
Happy to be here.
Is it snowing or anything like that?
No, it's a little bit dreary, kind of like a light rain. It's not too bad though.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Lady Infamous 415 or 30.
Whatever day of the week. Right. I gotta figure something out about that. I know. $8 and to add the 415. Hey guys, this is me, Lady Infamous. How's everybody doing this morning? I'm doing lovely. It's kind of sunny. It ain't raining no more. Out here, blessed out here in these streets. I've been doing the heavy RPG rotation of Red Dead Redemption, which I finally got to chapter 4.
Oh, snap.
Well, I know it's a commitment game. I underestimated the sheer volume of it. Also, I've been playing God of War, and for a person who never played God of War, the story is great. I personally like how Kratos show his affection about, I guess his chick that he was with, the boy's mom, in between the conversations he has with him, which is good for me. And also, I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, I watched you.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's been on her PlayStation.
Yeah, I know. I'm about to start playing mine too for streaming because I need something to stream.
I got games. I just gotta just really get into it. But I'm on this RPG grind, and that's all I've been doing. Good morning, everyone.
Yep, and that's the gameplay that we're showing for today. We're showing Lady Infamous playing God of War. So yeah.
Yeah, I gotta start streaming again so that you can have some of my stuff up there.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it's been a pretty eventful week. News has been rolling in back to back. We got Division 2 update, MK11 reveal, and Star Wars cancellations, and like hot off the presses, hot. It sounds like Overkill's The Walking Dead is going to be canceled for consoles, and they gave us this lovely heading to make it seem like it's not canceled, but it states Overkill's The Walking Dead delayed indefinitely on consoles. Yeah,
indefinitely.
What do you guys? Yeah, right. Like, why not just say this shit is canceled?
Right.
Don't expect this.
Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. Because if you was looking forward to that game, you're gonna have to get it on PC or just kind of be SOL on it, because it don't sound like it's coming. It doesn't sound like it's coming. Period.
And it says that poor reception, I guess, on the PC have delayed any future releases indefinitely. So I guess it was just that bad, which sucks because they put a lot of effort into them trailers.
Yeah, I mean,
trailers look good.
According to because the same people who made this game made Payday,
Right.
And we was talking a little bit before the show, and we was talking about, well, that has issues too, and so they have connection issues, and the quality of the game, it's just issues all around, and so that was the primary reason. At least that's what they're saying. Now it costs money to go back and try to repatch and fix and all that stuff, so ain't no telling whether they're gonna get to this or not, but they said they're currently evaluating the performance of the project, and they announced at a later date what they're going to do. So, yeah.
Because it's pretty crappy, because anybody, I was looking into the Xbox store yesterday to see how much money I'm about to not have. And
yeah, really, right?
For real. Because it's stacked. I thought it's supposed to be stacked after the summer, but it is stacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was in there. So Overkill's The Walking Dead was in there, and I'm sure some people have already pre-ordered. So I don't know. I guess they're gonna have to contact,
Yeah, they're gonna have to get some refunds or
Right.
something because
right.
I'm disappointed that the people that actually wanted to get the game won't be able to have an opportunity unless, like Delilah said, on PC. My personal opinion about it, I didn't really care, to be honest. I didn't. Yeah. But
you were telling us it wasn't really like a game for you.
Yeah, give them their money back because there'll be some companies out here be like, "Yo, this game canceled, and you're not gonna get your money back." So,
right?
Yes.
That's messed up.
So, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad because then you have people out there that really wanted a game, and either it gets canceled or doesn't live up to the game's expectations.
Right.
And I can sympathize with that.
All right. Well, there's not too much else to talk about that because, I mean, shit's over. It's over now.
Yeah.
But so let's get into our regular topics. So one of the things that happened at the beginning of the week, it was announced that Red Dead 2 will be sued by real life Pinkertons. Did you guys get a chance to read the story?
I didn't get a chance to dig into it that much, but you can go ahead and enlighten us.
It was like the security company, right? And
well, they're not a security company. They're like people who basically they like go and they find, what do you say? Like they're bounty hunters type of thing,
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, but they suing each other now because they're like, they do a cease and desist order and they want royalties.
Oh, wow.
Based on their name. And Take-Two is like, nuh-uh, because this is on a historical setting. This ain't got to do nothing with Pinkertons, 2019,
Yeah.
And it just, I don't know. Why would they do that?
They're going to settle this out of court. It's going to be over in like 2 weeks.
Yeah. Take-Two is trying to declare that they have a detailed historical setting, which they did pretty well, but like, I don't know. I don't know if that would hold up in court.
Yeah, I don't
like this is supposed to be like historically accurate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can't see it holding up at all. I mean,
and I agree. I don't think so as well. Please, you know how many times that my first name and my last name been in games? And do I feel like I want to sue them? No, I take it as a compliment. You know what I mean? But no, they want to be greedy and shit and want to.
Well, we're in a sue society, so
yeah. But see, they can probably afford to do that. That's another thing too. A lot of people don't have able to pay the attorney fees and go have illegal battles in order to try to get some sort of royalty. So since they have the means and the how, they're gonna probably figure out how to get something off of it. Like I said, I can easily see this being settled out of court, them getting some sort of royalty, or them just kind of getting a lump sum to just go away, be quiet, go bye, whatever.
Right. And I think they're, because the video game industry is becoming such a lucrative business, everyone is trying to get their toe dipped in the water.
That's right.
And because they said, like, even like y'all remember Deadwood? That used to be my show.
Oh, yes.
On HBO.
Yep.
They said Deadwood, the film The Long Riders, and the 2010 game BioShock Infinite had Pinkerton agents and they didn't get sued.
I'm saying.
So,
yep.
So now you've set a precedent. So now Take-Two might have, some weight behind it because, like, you've set a precedence by not suing those other people.
Right.
So why are you suing now?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know.
It's crazy.
I don't know now. It might be
that money. They look at Take-Two. They look at how big Red Dead Redemption is,
right?
And they like, we can make some bank off this.
Because I mean, Red Dead out here, especially out here in LA, is like on big ass billboards, like big ones, big ones on the freeway and stuff, like on the side of buildings.
Red Dead Redemption 2 makes a lot of historical references. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't see that. To me, they don't have a case. But they may able to make a small claim, and that's where I figure it'll just settle and be done. But I'll be surprised if this is still being talked about weeks from now. I'll be very surprised.
I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think so.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm sure they will keep us up to date. Oh man, they actually included the judgment action.
Serious.
Oh wow. Yeah. Well, I usually don't see that, like, but I guess because it's The Verge. The Verge is pretty detailed about like
what's really going on.
They're legit, yeah.
Yeah.
So it looks like they put the whole
shebang bang in there.
Yeah, well,
Right.
usually that stuff is public knowledge anyway. You got to dig for it.
Right. But you know, like you go to like GameSpot and shit like
Yeah,
they're not putting this type of stuff up.
That's right.
You know, they like trust us, trust what we're telling you.
Right.
But yeah, so that'll be interesting to see unfold. Hopefully, we do get some more insight on this. At least, you know, to know if it gets squashed or whatever. You know.
Yeah.
All right, so on to some juicy. We got the Division 2 update. Who watched it?
Yes, it looks good.
It
looks good. Surprisingly good.
Surprisingly,
yes, because I have no expectations for this title. Like because the first one burned me so bad. Like I was so hyped for it.
Oh, I love that game. I put so many hours.
Of course, we play together, right?
Yeah, but but for me, it's just like the bullet sponges of the enemies. The data was exactly like the actual game, and so yeah, it was a bit of a problem for me. I'm a little bit still salty. I'm just hoping that they have the open beta that's nothing like the game, and that they. But what did give me some hope when it comes to Division 2 was the fact that they said the campaign is 40 hours long. And I'm like, okay. That means they put some effort into it.
I like 40 hours,
and that's just the initial campaign. When they're already talking that when they put out DLCs that it's going to have actual story content, which is nice. Like, I'm tired of having DLC $20 maps.
Yeah, so now when I look back at it and I see what they changed the Dark Zone. I like what they changed with the weapons and stuff like that. I think that's cool. So so
there's going to be 3 different Dark Zones now.
Yeah,
like they have different attributes to them, which is nice. Like it's not like just one big area of the same.
Yeah, I mean, I think that all the little things they're adding is great. Like, so now I'm more back on board with it. But before, I'm like, nah, if it's more of the same, I don't want it.
Well, I don't think you should play the beta because I think that's kind of like a Ubisoft thing that they kind of let you play through that first mission as the demo. So maybe you should skip that.
Yeah. Another thing too I noticed in the preview was that they are for Dark Zone, like they're walking you through Dark Zone now instead of just throwing you in there with everybody else. It's like you gotta play like a mini mission that gets you warmed up before you go in to know exactly how the Dark Zone works and stuff like that. So I thought that was good and clever to bring on people who's like new to it. So should be dope. I'm back on board, so let's go. That's how I feel.
Well, that was the first game I had to play at E3. So
really?
It looked good. Now it's pretty.
I'm like ready. I'm so ready. Even this build that they showed looked better than the one we played at E3. Yeah. So and they said that it's gonna look better than that. So I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. You noticed like they had a visual downgrade for when the first division came out, but this is like they're showing you exactly what it is up front, and I really appreciate that because now it's like you know what to expect going in, and so they say they might look better, and so that's even better. Because that was the biggest thing that to me hurt the game is that it was super polished, all these detailed graphics, and then when you get the game, it looks like nothing like that. So
go ahead, lady.
Oh, okay. With my first experience with the first division, it was when I played the beta, it seemed a little bit isolated for me, and then I didn't really pick it up the first quarter. I really enjoyed the division when I was playing with other people, to be honest. And that is going to be my major draw point with the Division 2. I don't want it to. I want it to be able to be just as much fun that I was playing online with the first division, but also I don't want it to be like if I want to play by myself, I don't want it to be feeling isolated, and that was one of my issues with playing with the first division because at times I couldn't play with the homies, and I had time to play on my own.
Yeah,
and
I played a lot of division by myself in the beginning. You felt like it wasn't a game that you could play by yourself?
Well, when I tried to in the beginning, when I actually had access to the division, it by myself, it felt isolated. You know what I mean? They should have did like a better matchmaking skills with randos because they did. I appreciated that. Like if you want to play a certain mission or certain, a certain thing that you wanted to do, like getting your resources to start up your stations.
Yeah.
You can go on a rando list and then you'll be matchmake with other people, but sometimes it could be off balance a little bit at the time. But playing with friends is like, I mean, it's fun. I that's the part that I
it's
enjoy.
great. I mean, yes, the whole playing with friends is fantastic with that kind of game. Playing by yourself, it's still good, but it's definitely But that's what most of these multiplayer games, like Sea of
like
Thieves,
Destiny too.
right? Exactly. It's just always better.
Like I can play Destiny by myself, but it's just not as fun.
Yeah.
Yes, and I know that CHAREECE getting it, and
I'm getting it.
You gonna get it?
Hell yeah.
So
I'm getting it too. I ain't gonna front.
Okay, then. See,
I was talking a big game, but after seeing what I saw, like I'm getting that game.
Yeah.
I'm pre-ordering. Oh my god, I've said pre-order, and I wasn't supposed to. That's my resolution not to pre-order. But I am gonna get the Division. I am.
I mean, you can you can pre-order it the night before and still like. For me, I feel like I like pre-ordering because I like getting the extras.
Yeah. Oh, it comes out a day after my birthday. Wow. Yeah, I'm getting it. For sure.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. I'm like so looking forward to it. Like, especially because I feel like Destiny is about to be dead because of the whole.
You see Anthem? Oh my god.
Yeah, and Anthem too. Like these games are coming out, and we kind of don't know what's gonna happen with Destiny as far as like the content, like. Because, they had Activision gave them a couple of studios to help them, Yeah. So now they're not going to have that either. So, I don't know. It's kind of like iffy right now for Destiny's world. So, yeah, I don't know. I know that I'm getting Anthem. I'm getting Division. I got Kingdom Hearts 3 already.
Hey,
I'm getting
already racking up.
Yeah. It's wild. It's wild out there in these streets. I hope y'all got your paper routes.
Oh, yes.
Let's believe it.
Yeah. I already got the money set aside. I'm ready. Whenever they drop, I'm good.
You ready?
Yeah, because I gotta get them to make
everybody Division 2.
I got you. I got. I'm good for it. Come on, now, let's be real. But no, I'm picking up that. I'm picking up that Devil May Cry 5 for real. Like that's.
Oh yeah.
Anthem. My list is long. Like Anthem.
Now see, for me, the shooters is definite, right?
Yeah.
Like the Devil May Cry, I might rent that on GameFly.
I got a question, real quick question.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crackdown 3 or Metro Exodus?
Oh man!
Well, see, since I don't have to buy Crackdown
3, Metro.
Right, like you might as well get Metro because you don't have to buy Crackdown. Like Crackdown is going to be in Game Pass.
Yeah, that's fair. If you got Game Pass, yes, you good.
Yeah.
If you don't got Game Pass,
then you got a decision to make. If you're interested in Crackdown 3, that is. Now, if you have no interest, then it is what it is.
Metro looks good, but I'm surprised they're not showing more of it.
They probably don't want to spoil it because isn't that like a single player kind of shooter? Story based. Yeah. So I think they just don't want to spoil it. At least that's my speculation.
Well, I'm gonna get it because it reminds me of BioShock in a way, and Fallout.
Yeah.
So those are fun games to play.
Did you play the previous ones? Did you play the first?
I did not.
Okay.
Because it looks scary.
They're hard, man. They are so difficult.
The last one I saw somebody playing it, I was like, "Ooh, this looks scary."
Yeah.
So it did not get purchased. But yeah. I don't like them scary games, but I don't know. I might have to play some because people seem to like to watch me be freaked out. And Resident Evil 2, which I don't know how that shit is $60 again. How is it $60 again?
It's a full remake.
No, it's not no.
Yes, it is. It's a full remake. Like it's not like they just put better polish.
It's a retrace. It's like when you was drawing and somebody was like, "Yo, I know how to draw."
Boogie, look.
Like,
after the show, after the show, look at them side by side. No, you gotta look at them side by side. It's not a retrace.
I don't care. It's still the same story. You basically looking at one screen and copying the shit on the other screen. That's all you doing.
It's got like new gameplay elements and everything. Like what y'all talking about?
You saying Resident Evil 2 worth $60 the remake?
No, it's not worth $60. No.
Right. So
I would at least price it at 40, like 39.99.
40, right?
40.
Right.
Boom.
Make somebody feel better about the purchase. You basically like, all right, now bend
All right,
over.
so check this out. You know how they did
We
Resident Evil
doing
7?
this.
You know how they did Resident Evil 7? Think of it like that. Like the graphic fidelity is on par with Resident Evil 7. So it's gorgeous. Gorgeous game.
Somebody gonna have to gift me that shit.
But Resident Evil 7 was a whole new story, though.
I mean, yeah, okay, fair, but
Right, like $60 damn. You want the same damn price?
$60
That's some
is
Nintendo
pretty
shit
high.
right there.
60 is a Nintendo move.
That's on some Skyrim shit.
Right?
I'm telling you.
Right.
Original
Come on,
Skyrim,
y'all want this
Skyrim
again, right?
remastered. Same price. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. I guess I'm gonna lose this argument. Keep it moving.
All right. Now I know that this is Lady's topic right here. She's gonna go in to the thousandth degree. It is the MK11 reveal that was out here in Los Angeles that I didn't get in. The was real salty about it.
I was salty and I don't even stay in LA.
But I watched it. So yeah, how'd you guys feel?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Can I say? I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
First of all, I skipped all that intro stuff, right? And I just went straight for the gameplay. It has elements of injustice in there. I like that you have to be real. Like they have the bar that splits for offensive and defensive special moves, I believe.
Yeah.
Scarlet though, I don't.
Yeah, she looked good.
Scarlet looks good. I'm intrigued. What is the new guy? The bald-headed guy that came out.
So he was from, I guess, like 3 is what Prophecy was telling me. He really likes Mortal Kombat, but he said that it was like he's from Mortal Kombat 3, and they brought him back, and he said that a lot of his moves are the same moves too.
Oh wow!
It reminds me of the Tremor character from Mortal Kombat X with the sands and the rocks and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. But it's pre-ordered on PlayStation 4, so it's okay. I ain't worried.
Why you get it on there?
Right?
Because someone gifted me.
How am I gonna play with you?
Hey, man, it was free. Clearly, she said it was a gift. So hey, she good. Okay. She gold.
It was a gift.
Yeah. So
she ain't trying to put people on blast, but yeah, she was a gift.
Yeah. But the collector's edition, I didn't like that. It's the mask. Okay, it was a scorpion mask.
Right.
The little coin that the people got when they got invited to the reveal. That's gonna be in the collector's edition. And it's a steel book. That might be what, $150? Because
yeah, I think it is, isn't it?
Probably.
Let me check and see. I'll check right now while y'all talking.
Can I wear the mask?
No, I thought I was like, I only wanted it if I could wear it, but it looks like it's just gonna be on that stand. So
oh no, then you know what? Because I'm sorry.
I'm like, where am I putting that?
Their collector's edition was the book in the game and an art book.
Wow, so they just loaded it up with stuff and so you guys know me, like I'm not a huge Mortal Kombat fan, but it looks good. It looks good. The graphics, everything look polished. I mean, the amount of polish they put on the fatalities, and it still got that janky animation.
Shit, no, it's $300. I'm sorry. I had to interrupt. It's $300.
Yeah, right. You said $300.
Y'all talking about a collector's edition, right? For
yes.
Yeah, nah.
Yes.
That's a console and some games.
Right.
I'm good, fam.
Right.
I'm good, fam.
Yeah, I won't be getting that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the mask is just on that thing. Like you're not putting that on.
No, see, I'm sorry. I can't get jiggy with the collector's.
Now this is like it's worth $300 though. When you look at that,
it's not worth
$300. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, y'all said it for me, but yeah, basically.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a lot of money. I thought it was gonna be like 150, some shit like that. Like, they're getting outlandish. And just as an update, because I got that Fallout collector's edition, they definitely have not contacted any of us about that fucking bag.
You're like, update.
Yeah, update. Just to let you know, all of us dumbasses that got that collector's edition, that cheap ass helmet and that cheap ass bag, that plastic bag from Ralph's, they have not updated us on if they're going to replace it. They had us all go in and put in our information.
Yeah.
So that they could, appease the masses. Oh, look, we're trying to fix it. Yeah. So I'm pretty hot.
They probably had that put out as like a PR move. Like, look, we're gonna say we're gonna help people. We're gonna, refund people for what they purchased and or replace the bag because it was a bag replacement, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
And here we are.
And the shittiest part though is like how you give the real bags to people that work there, and you sent everybody that paid for bags.
Oh, that's jacked up.
Yeah, that's what we found out later. Like that the people who work there like got the real bags.
They already work there. They gonna get the game for free anyway. Why are they getting bags? Right. That makes no sense. See, I don't understand why. I never understood why even some of these with the marketing and things like that, like all the influencers, all the important people who already have able and able to afford like a lot of these things, get the best things, and people who regular me and you, doing what we gotta do to budget and get what we want to get, gets the crappiest of the crap, the bottom of the litter. I never understood why they feel like that's a great marketing move. Should be the other way around. But. Yeah, but Bethesda definitely put their foot all the way in their mouth this year. They're in the shit seat. Because even the game, like. Lady Foxfire said they're making new bags by hand.
Oh wow!
Oh man,
that's some serious shade right there.
Yeah, I had to laugh. So that shit's funny. But yeah, I don't know. They won't be getting my money for a little while.
Yeah.
All right, let's continue. So it looks like Game Pass is now going to be partnering with Sling TV, and it's only going to be $29 and some change.
This is so ironic. Because we were talking about Sling the other day.
I know, because I'm canceling DirecTV today.
Oh really?
And see, I have Sling TV. I have Sling and I have Game Pass, so that means I can consolidate these. I think I will. Hopefully, I think it's only for new people, though. I don't know. But Sling TV it's a great service. It's decent. Like I said, it's not so good if you have multiple people, because sharing the account is a little bit difficult sometimes. You have to actually go set them up individually and things like that. So it's just a little bit more effort, but it's still good. Like the picture comes in pretty clear. You hardly ever have any issues, especially if you got decent internet. And a lot of the shows are on demand. You know how they had like the Lifetime. Yeah, you can add DVR. It's an extra cost for the DVR part.
Oh, okay.
But you know how they have like shows that air on like any channel, like TLC, Lifetime, things like that. Well, you can watch those on demand. So they got a lot of on demand options through Sling. It's like I said, me and my husband, we enjoy it. We think it's a good service. We haven't like canceled it. We've had it now for like a couple years. We got it when they first started, and we haven't canceled anything.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say the biggest deal seems to be that it's basically that you're getting Game Pass for free.
Right, exactly. And I think this is interesting because does that mean that Game Pass is going to be partnered with other things like Netflix, or can it be partnered with?
That's really who they should have partnered with.
Hulu, partnered with
Netflix
Hulu
and Game Pass. Yeah, because I'm gonna try out the Hulu TV because they come with like 50 hours of DVR recording, and like Hulu is already like on all the TVs and stuff, so I don't have to download a separate app or anything, and it's basically that I get Hulu for free. So I don't know, that's what I'll be trying out, so I'll let you guys know how that went.
But that's cool though. I think that's a great partnership to get people like just to try a Game Pass who just want Sling TV or just want to try Sling TV and like, okay, well, let me try that. So now it'd be cool that if they start selling Xboxes with this already kind of like built in, like you buy Xbox and it's like already has Sling TV and already has Game Pass for like a year. Man, that'd be crazy.
Because I think they realize a lot of us like are moving away from
traditional cable.
Yeah. And like if you think about it, like everybody's about to have their own app to cut out the cable middleman. Yeah. So like all these TV companies and stuff like that, when we pay for our cable, they get a portion of what we pay cable. But if we all get their apps, then they get all the money. So they're cutting out the cable middleman, which is fine for me because cable sucks.
Yeah, traditional cable sucks.
Yeah, because they know it's something that we need, right? And they provide like the worst service for it. Like, I don't know if you guys know that like other countries made sure that they put like stances on, you know, monopolies, and we've kind of like allowed you know, a few companies to like take over, which what happens is we have no, like, it's
no competition.
It makes no competition, so that, you know, the customer is just pigeonholed, you know.
Yep, kind of
so
like
where I'm at
right now.
Yeah, so where I'm at, there's literally DirecTV, which is a part of AT&T, AT&T's cable, or
Comcast,
Charter, which is now with Time Warner.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, so Charter and Time Warner used to be separate. Now they're together. So now so basically you have two choices, AT&T or Time Warner in this area. So, and it's like, because there's only the two choices, neither one provides good service. Because it's like, who are you gonna go to?
You kind of stuck with mediocrity.
Yeah. Right. So it's shitty for the consumer, and I'm glad that all of us are starting to go to like these other services for streaming, because, you know, the internet's getting better, and but cable.
Yeah, I mean, we cut our cable 3 years ago now. I mean, we haven't turned back. I mean, of course we got like the Netflix, we got the Hulu and Sling. I think that's it though. And when HBO comes around, we get that. Then we cancel it after watching Game of Thrones. And then, but yeah, everybody's doing that now. Like, I mean, I've talked to so many people that they've already switched over. It's like they're not even going back. They don't even care about cable. And it saves them money. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the app for HBO is way cheaper than when you get it from like the companies. Like, I don't see how you guys are charging me $24.99 for HBO, but if I go buy the app directly, it's $14. Like, I literally called them and they were like, "Okay, well, we'll give it to you for $14." I'm like, "Damn right," because why would I get it through you? Like, that makes zero sense. Like, but you know, I think there's still a lot of like older people that have cable. They don't know no better, and they just pay. You know, so death to cable.
Do you see? Let me just kind of piggyback on the general topic. Do you see other services falling with this? Like, for instance, like PlayStation teaming up with like Netflix or something like that to offer PSN, and I mean, do you see other gaming streaming services teaming up with these cable entities or TV entities for something similar? Or
well, seeing as PlayStation copies everything Microsoft does, I'm sure they will. Yeah. I mean, they literally copy. That's all they do. Copy. Copy, paste. Copy, paste. Anyways, make sure everybody that's listening, y'all hit that like, hit that follow. We love y'all. Come see us every Saturday. The next topic, which is near and dear to my heart, EA canceled their Star Wars open world game.
So sad.
So sad, right? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, what's the deal? Like, we don't gonna get Battlefronts? I mean, that's it. Like, they shouldn't.
And then even the last Battlefront wasn't good like that.
Yeah, had to be like an RPG kind of. It was supposed to be an action RPG game, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Along the lines of a what was that RPG game they came out with for Star Wars? The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic. Yeah. Under that ilk.
That's what it was supposed to be. That's what this game was supposed to be like. So I was like super excited.
Yeah.
Because like I hated that Knights of the Old Republic was only on PC, and I don't know.
It was on OG Xbox too, but.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was like gonna be cool to have like an actual like role playing game for Star Wars and not just a shooter. The shooter was cool, but it needed a story, and then they gave us like a half-assed story. So yeah, this is like super disheartening. And I don't know. I know that there's supposed to be a Marvel game in the works too, a Marvel Avengers game, but like Disney, I don't know who's over there choosing who like gets the IPs, but I feel like they've definitely been putting money into giving us these games, so they're trying. Yeah. But I don't know who is choosing who gets these games, because the people they're choosing aren't producing.
Right. Right.
And it's shitty because it's like now they're probably not going to want to do this, and the consumer still wants it, but they need to get somebody over there to choose the right company to do it.
That's what it is. I guess because of Battlefront 2, I don't know that it still wasn't. I still haven't played the single player of it yet, but the multiplayer was not to my liking. They just need a good company to build something good. I mean, the fan base is there and they ready. They just don't want to get burnt no more.
Yeah.
Right.
Good ass franchise.
Yeah.
So I can't blame them.
Right.
Do anyone know like how long the game was in development before it was canceled?
Like 5 years.
Oh wow.
And they said that they're like shelving it.
Oh my goodness. That's a long time to be developing a game. To just all of a sudden shelve it.
I know, but like I've seen like cases where like people have been quote unquote developing for years, but they still aren't putting out anything. I mean, look at Scalebound. Those people were not putting out what
nightmares. Okay, nightmares.
I'm just saying they were taking money and not putting out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like when their benchmarks were supposed to be delivered, they were not putting out. That's what happened. Like people were upset that it was canceled, but you can't keep giving people millions of dollars and they're like, hey, here's this shit sandwich.
Yeah,
I'm sure it'll be a burger.
One thing
I
want to say on that, because I've looked at this story so many times. My last video was, with the Scalebound thing. The last thing I want to say on that is you got to really realize that Platinum put out 4 games between the announcement of Scalebound and the cancellation of Scalebound, and none of them games were on Xbox. So that should tell you everything you need to know about what happened with Scalebound. And I'll leave that story where it's at.
Yeah, they're just taking money. I mean, people don't realize that the development communities, a lot of these places are still like Wild Wild West style. You know what I mean? Like these people are going and selling a good story and getting money, getting funding, and not producing anything. So.
Yeah, and if you think about Microsoft and how they decided to acquire the studios, if you look at each one of those studios, they had set the release dates. Like they always release something. It wasn't that the games never came out. That would raise some red flags, right? But the companies they did acquire actually had, steady releases every 2 years. And so I think that's why they, had a genuine interest in the companies they decided to pick up. Because you don't want to get tied up with someone who's not going to produce. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why they didn't jump on Remedy, because Remedy takes forever to release a game,
Right.
And so you don't want to be having your consumers waiting and constantly waiting on titles when really, I mean, some games average about 2 to 3 years before they release. And so from concept to release. And so, you want to have a consistent release cycle. And so that's why I think they haven't picked up Remedy, but we'll see.
Hey, Ray Dog, I just want to let everybody know in chat, like a little later, we're going to allow for questions, and just make sure you type question in caps, and then whatever your question is, and we'll make sure we answer your question. So I see Ray Dog has a question, but just put it back in the chat with a question so we can go back and find it later when we start to do that. Sorry, Delilah, go ahead.
That's good, go ahead. You're good.
Okay.
You can move on.
Okay, we good? We
good.
Done talking about this?
Yeah, just venting. I'm still sensitive.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy because you're like, everyone's waiting, everyone's anticipating. You put all this money into it, and then it's still
Cancel.
nothing.
Right.
So,
waste of time and effort and money.
Very disappointing. But you know what? EA probably put all their money into what's the name? Into getting Anthem out.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Right.
You could tell all hands on deck. You could tell that all hands on deck.
Right, all hands on deck on Anthem because they got to make sure that it comes out right because of all the shit they've been talking. You
can't talk about you got a good game. You can't back it up.
That's right.
Everybody will do one.
I mean, because EA has been a wounded dog for a while. So
yeah, you're right.
They can't put out another big game and it's shit. So yeah. All right. So this is a topic I put in because I think that it's very important for us here in the U.S. I believe that there's a lot of things going on with big data and privacy that the average consumer does not pay attention to. And I think that what the EU did with their privacy laws will inadvertently help us.
Yeah.
But basically what's happening is the General Data Protection Regulation that Europe came out with, they're accusing Amazon, Google, Facebook, Spotify, and Netflix, and Apple, and YouTube. So basically that came out about a year ago.
Yeah.
They put out this law to basically like, for privacy and people's data, because we're logging in all these places. They have our credit card information. They like have our information, So one of the things that they're supposed to be able to do is like anytime somebody asks you, they're supposed to be able to provide data on the customers to show that they have secure data, right?
And they're supposed to ask you personally. Like that's why if you ever go to these sites, there's these EU sites especially, because we deal with this at work, If you go to an EU site, you always see like, we're going to be adding cookies, we're going to be doing this. It constantly telling you that we're using data for this, or we're going to be, but the US doesn't have anything like in the same place or in place that's regulated like they are in the EU. And so it's becoming a problem. So go ahead, continue, Boogie.
So basically, this place, privacy group NOYB, they put out a test and they asked 8 of the major media companies to show privacy data. And basically, most of the companies failed. So SoundCloud and UK sports streaming service failed, while 6 other companies did not provide adequate data by the law. So in most cases, the companies failed to provide relevant background information meant to help consumers to understand how their data is being used. So basically, I know that for me, like when I was going through school and like, cause I had to like do like AWS and Azure and stuff like that. Like I was getting emails constantly saying, hey, this is about to come into action. Are you ready? Hey, this is about to come into action. Are you ready? Because these companies on the U.S. side, because they operate in these in the Europe sector, they have to be ready, and it looks like no one is ready. So,
I know for the company that I work for, we got the GDPR. We got to make sure that we were regulated because we also, our services are used over there. It was like the size of a book. Like I'm talking about a 500-page book. It was thick, and we had to make sure that we met every single protocol that was listed in that book in order to even release our services over there. Right. So it's very, so I understand when you say that all these companies failed, and I'm not surprised because you go through that book, it's kind of like difficult to really make sure that everything meets up to code. And I think that if the U.S. got on board with this, that everything will be for the better, of course, for consumer rights, because then we'll be able to say for every little thing that release out, giving them permission, because companies are supposed to ask you explicitly, we're using your data for this. We're going to be sharing your information with this person, and give you the name of who that person is that they're sharing your information with. And so, it's a problem. But when you put this as a topic, I'm like, I'm not surprised at all. That a lot of U.S. companies are failing to meet the GDPR standard.
Yeah, I think some of it too is that like we've just like allowed the internet to like run amok. Yeah. Because I don't think people like really realize like that your data is worth something, right? Like it's worth a lot to these companies. Yeah, for them to abuse your data and to misuse, they're taking advantage of you. I don't know if everybody was a party of that 10-year challenge thing, which I laughed at. Like I thought it was the dumbest thing in the world. But these companies are developing algorithms to do facial recognition,
machine learning,
machine learning, and you just help them for free because everyone's so thirsty to have some attention.
Yeah, and everything, all these apps, Uber, any app, people and consumer information is considered currency, because it's who these other companies can advertise to. So as consumers, as people that use all these applications and products and stuff like that, we're literally a dollar value and don't know it. We can be worth thousands per person and we don't even know it. That's where all this, application evaluation and this app is worth 10 million and this app is worth 5 million, because they look at each person, each customer that's using the app, and say how much can they get in ad revenue on each person, and that's how they build up the valuation on these applications. And it's kind of sad because the consumer don't get a single cent or a dollar on any of their information that's being shared out there or the potential to be advertised.
People like Kylie Jenner who have a bunch of followers, and they know that you're gonna do like what she says. Oh, I'm wearing this makeup now, oh, I'm going to this place now, and you guys are all like, oh,
I'm gonna go buy that too.
Yeah. So she's getting paid, but you guys aren't.
And it's your likeness, and it's your information.
I'm just sucking up the knowledge. Don't mind me. I'm really intrigued on what are you on this particular topic, because the younger generation don't really acknowledge what their value is when it comes to social media. And every like, every comment, every share, it's a voice on what kind of services and products they have. And for me, like Delilah said, I'm not surprised that the U.S. failed that test, because they're not, some companies are not like legitimately honest with their practices. And getting those numbers, getting that data, that could expose a lot of companies' ill practices.
Exactly. We will. If like something leaks out and they, say, well, we were able to pull information on, they didn't do this and they didn't do that, and they start listing it out, then you'll see some sites probably have to put their stuff on hold until they meet GDPR. Say like, we're going to be down temporarily until we meet GDPR standards. Like, if that comes into play, then you could really see it becoming a bigger problem, basically because none of these services will be available at that point until they meet GDPR.
It's only a matter of time that this will trickle down and make it a U.S. thing. And there should be a time for, like, if you're a company and you need to like tighten up your shit, because most likely it's gonna trickle down here, because a lot of consumers gonna want information on what they're using, what they're spending their time and money on. And if these companies are not going to give them what they want, especially that data, it's going to become a bigger issue, and then it's going to be a point that they got to do this. So let it just do what you got to do. It's just so funny how people with more money and more opportunities to do things better with their services are not complying to that test.
Yeah, because it's all about money at the end of the day. They don't care because they're making money off you right now.
But you can't take it with you, that I'm just saying.
That's true. That's true. But
we start getting into some other topics if we start going down that road. And I'm pretty sure everybody's getting bored because the chat is dying. So let's go ahead and go on to our next topic, which is another one that I love. Power Rangers is getting a video game, y'all.
A real one?
Is it a beat 'em up?
A fighting game.
Yeah, it's a beat 'em up.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool, and I love that they got like the original Green Ranger to like do the commercial.
Yeah, I thought that was fire. I'm like, oh yay! When I saw it, all the nostalgia started rolling through my bloodstream.
Sword, I remember going to what's that kid toy store from back in the day?
Toys R Us.
Not Toys R Us. It was basically
KB
what
Toys.
GameStop. Yeah, KB Toys. Going to KB Toys in the mall. Yes, going to KB Toys in the mall, and I bought that damn sword, and I thought I was the shit. I was at home fighting my cousins, acting like I'm a Green Ranger. Yes.
Oh man.
Oh my god. Power Rangers was all the feels.
Yeah, I used to rush home after school just to catch up the next episode of Power Rangers, man.
This is, back we used to have Saturday cartoons,
or after school.
Yep. So it looks pretty good, and it's gonna be out on Steam, the Switch, which I might get it for the Switch because this is definitely one of those games to take on the road. PS4 and Xbox One.
Is it cross progression or cross platform?
I thought it was cross play. That's what it looked like.
Yes, it does say that.
Yeah, it's
It
crossplay.
said compete in real time against other players on other platforms. And should you switch out systems, progress made will carry over thanks to cross progression.
They doing shit Fortnite can't do. Nice,
right? Will be cross play and cross progression. Yo,
but they're doing it from the beginning. That's the point.
Yes.
They're doing it from the very beginning, not trying to shoehorn it in and stuff like that.
Oh
so
man,
this might change the game.
Right here.
Yep.
Right, this is a game changer right here. People don't even know this little Power Ranger game is changing the industry with cross play and cross progression. This is what we've been waiting for, y'all.
Yeah, we talked about this last week.
Yeah.
If you missed that show, go check it out. We talked about this last week. Just saying.
Yeah. When boredom sets in, stop playing. Okay, stop playing. This is the game. This is the game.
$20 for the digital download and $39.99 for the collector's edition. Not bad either.
Right. See, that's how what's the name need to be.
Come with season 1 pass, new characters, new arcade story, and new warrior skins.
See?
Yeah, because in the trailer they only show like the Power Rangers, of course, but they didn't show any of the villains. So I can't wait to see Rita.
Yeah, the villains be like,
and Zed.
Wow.
He's gonna be OP. I promise you, he'll be OP.
Yeah, so you know Zed gonna be OP, easy.
So I put this last one in here because I try to be like equal opportunity for PlayStation. Because I have a PlayStation, and like, I don't know.
We all have PlayStations.
I don't like some of their practices, but anywho, it looks like they're having a flash sale, so I was excited. I was like, oh, I'm gonna see, what I want to get. But most of the games are old as hell.
Yeah,
I don't see how this is even like needs to be advertised as a flash sale. Like Bully is old as hell. It's $9. It should be. Not even that. You should just be giving it to us for free at this point.
It's going to be free next month. I promise you.
Right? Like after we told you to buy it. So I'm just going to go down the line. Okay. So we got Bully, Cat Quest, Children of Zodiacs, Divinity, Origin Sin, Dragon Lair Trilogy, Floor Kids, Forgotten Anne, Hollow Knight.
That's fire. Hollow Knight's great.
Hollow Knight? Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
That'll be $9.89. Like, why is it $9.89 though? Like, just make it $10 or $9. Just Cause 3 is $8. Killing Floor 2, LA Noire, which it shouldn't still be $20.
That's
surprising. Like every other game on here is like less than $10.
Yes,
I'm looking at it. Anyone here I won't. No. Yeah. I mean, on that flash sale, no.
Lara Croft, Temple of Osiris, Lego City Undercover, Life is Strange Complete Season.
Hey, that's worth it for $6.
Before the Storm Complete Season. Red Dead Revolver, Slime Rancher.
I said getting $10 though. Slime Ranchers ain't worth $10.
Right. No. I got it for free. Street Fighter 5 Arcade Edition, Super Mega Baseball 2, Tearaway Unfolded, Thief, Toki Tori 2, Windjammers, Wonder Boy the Dragon Strap, YS Origin, Zero Escape. Yeah, what? You know that game?
It's called Ys Origins, but yes, Y. Like okay. Ys. Go ahead.
All right. There you go. Zero Escape. Both Zero Escapes, I guess.
Yeah.
The Nonary Games and Zero Time Dilemma.
Yeah, this list is not great. I like all of this whole list. I like one game. Like, well, no, 2 games. Because I Slime Rancher, but I got Slime Rancher for free as well. It was Xbox game of the month one month. Okay. That's how I got that. But yeah, this list is it's not looking too nice. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it was like a full on, tweet and everything talking about PS4 flash sale. So I was like, oh yeah, let me see.
Advertising because people expecting Spider-Man and God of War to be on sale, or Call of Duty Black Ops 4 on sale or something like that. Not that.
No, it's definitely not though.
Ys Origins is dope. Wonder Boy is dope. Hollow Knight, but all those are side scrollers. That's the thing. Like if you
Yeah.
like side scrollers, this list is fire. And if you like Life is Strange, but Life is Strange is hella old. Like the first one, like the
Right.
second one is already out. So you know, I guess if you haven't played it, then it's worth the $6. $6
Yeah.
is nothing for that. So
Yeah, it's not bad. Like, and I tell you I logged onto my PS4 and had $10 on it. I was like, yes.
Really?
Like finding an old pair of
Nice.
jeans and having money in it.
Yep.
You know what? That is the best feeling in the world, especially
Yeah. I
You
mean,
wasn't
once I
expecting it?
finally got it to turn on and like to go to the PlayStation, I don't know what's going on and why it keeps saying DNS server issues. Like,
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Yeah.
Make sure you guys start getting those questions out because we're getting to the last topic, which I'm sure is going to be pretty quick because Charisse isn't here to back me up.
No,
So,
she's not gonna back you up today. Not right now.
yeah, right.
Not with the last topic.
All right, so make sure you guys get your questions in there. Make sure you type question and then whatever your question is.
Yeah.
So, the last thing that I have on the list for us is to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3, which I don't think either of you two like.
Can you hear me? Not.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Nah. I got streamer friends that's streaming that game, and I want to support them so bad. But you playing that game, man, I can like watch like maybe 30 minutes of the
You're
game.
not gonna support me?
Yo.
Get me out in the wind?
No, I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm not gonna do you like that. I'm gonna stay in the chat for you.
Oh.
She said she straight up can't support it. But well, for me, like I haven't played the first, you know, I haven't played the other games, the previous ones. But it looks good. The combat is real time combat. It's super cute with the characters. But yeah, I don't want to be lost on the story. So
It's just too much
They
story.
got a thing. They got like multiple videos explaining the story, you know, for you to watch before it comes out. So that kind of isn't an excuse, Delilah.
yeah, I tried.
Right. You just fronting. You just go ahead and say it. You don't want to play it. It's not interesting to you. But
We'll
you know,
see.
I'm like,
We'll see.
I'm such a Disney nut.
Yeah.
Like,
You are. So you know,
did you see me at Disneyland on
Yes, you
Saturday?
did with the ears. Super cute.
Yeah, so I love that place. And like, my mom is laughing. She's like, yo, y'all look like this is the first time you've gone. It's really not. But every time I go, it's like, it's so happy for me. Like, you feel like a kid again. Like, if I'm feeling down, I'll definitely head out to Disneyland.
I'm gonna have to next time I'm in that area. I'm gonna have to definitely go.
We should do that
Yeah.
if you guys come out for E3 or anything, because like I get military tickets, so it's super cheap.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and it looks like there's not too much else coming out right around. I guess Kingdom Hearts 3 will be the first game that we get as this ramp up of this quarter starts. Because it looks like the next game we're getting is Crackdown, right?
Yeah, and then Metro that comes with that, and then you got March. March is kind of loaded with titles. So
And then Far Cry New Dawn. So Crackdown comes out on the 15th of February, as well as Far Cry New Dawn and Jump Force and Metro. So they're all coming out on the same day.
Yep.
So that'll be interesting. I know you guys are looking forward to Jump Force. I know we've been trying to get into the beta.
Has
with
anyone
no
you guys
avail.
played it yet? Has anyone like actually got in to play it?
what
Jump
beta?
Force.
Man, shit. No.
Still haven't been able to get in? Wow.
No.
Yeah.
Well, probably after the podcast, I'm gonna hit it up a little bit.
Yeah.
To try to do what? To like get into the beta? I don't get what's happening.
Yeah, the Jump Force beta apparently.
No, because every time I go in, it's under maintenance. I tried last night. I had to wait. Man, I had to stay up like 3 hours trying to get in last night.
Oh, wow.
It was 11:45 when people actually got in through Xbox. So I said, cool. So I got up earlier to see if I can get in the 8 o'clock session. And it was under maintenance for like 30 minutes. And I'm like, you know what? I can't be on it right now because I'm about to do the podcast.
Right.
So I'm going to try to get on it after we finish here. That's what I meant.
So is this like, is it open for everyone, or is it just
Yeah,
that?
it's open for
It's
everyone.
open beta.
It's
Oh.
it's open for
Yeah,
everyone. It's
yeah.
not like you just go to the search bar and put Jump Force and it's gonna be right there, open beta.
You can go on the internet and then search the game and download it from the computer, and it's load onto your
Yeah.
Xbox.
Yo, I know this is off topic, but I was also wondering what you guys thought, because CES just happened. What you guys thought about these new graphics cards that are coming out? It looks like AMD is really trying to do some things.
Yes, like I mentioned a little bit last week, but absolutely. I mean, they're really competing now. Like with Nvidia and AMD, they've always been competing. But yes, this graphics card, the latest one they announced at CES, is supposed to be like a top performance at a low price point. So it's like $300 for like a really good graphics card.
That's
and
not
like
bad.
borderline like VR ready type deal. So I mean, it's a type of entry level that's acceptable to most people. Because some graphics cards $600 and $700, shoot $1,000.
Right.
So this is a great barrier of entry for people with a high performance. And yeah, so I mean, right now I'm sitting pretty. I got a 1070 in here, but if push come to shove, yeah, I'll be definitely looking at one of them AMDs though.
Yeah, I know that my computer runs off AMD, so I'm looking at them. I'm wondering if I should go ahead and upgrade, because I know there's, especially with me trying to stream more, that there's going to be games that I want to be able to play on the PC, and I think that my graphics card is like okay, but it's not like good, you know.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
I don't know.
I'm interested in seeing what they have. I'm gonna take a look at the graphic cards, because especially the one Delilah just described.
Yeah.
Because that's a good, but if it performs fire for a $300 budget, that is not bad compared to the prices of these real good graphic cards. I mean,
yeah, but at the same time, when I think about a graphics card, I'm always since I'm a console gamer, like I always compare like, okay, $300, but I can get a console for that. Like, but that's just not a PC way of thinking about it, because really, you're not gonna buy a graphics card every year. You're not gonna buy a graphics card like you would a console when they, you just be like, okay, it's time to upgrade. I'm gonna get my card, and that's how much it costs. You don't think about all the other extra stuff, because you typically already have your monitor, already have your other parts and keyboard and all that. So you're not really buying it, to build your system for the first time if you're doing that type of upgrade. So people just look at it different. So I don't know, man. $300. Like I said, I think I'm sitting pretty right now, and what doesn't justify the upgrade. But if I had to, then definitely I'd be looking at those like really, really hard. Like, yo, that's a good price for a decent car. A nice VR ready, yo. Let's go. Like, so.
All right. Well, let me see. I really don't think anybody's really been putting in any questions.
no.
We had some earlier on, but
We had one from Ray Dog.
Yeah, he was asking what everyone's looking forward to playing.
Like when the day next week,
Right.
2 months from now.
Well, he didn't specify, and I don't know if he's still in the chat. But he just said, "What games are you guys looking forward to?"
I mean, I got my list is
I was
starting
looking forward to Jump Force, but Bandai Nine problems,
Yeah. Man, that sucks though, because I wanted to jump on there and see what it was about, but
They should have did it like the whole weekend, but they doing maintenance in between the sessions.
yeah, that's
But
weird.
when if you do a 3-hour session and you cut in 45 minutes, not being late, then you're not really doing what you're saying that you're doing.
I know Anthem supposed to be having another beta for their game.
I think is it the end of this month or next
Yeah, I
month?
think it's at the end of this month.
Yeah, and I'm gonna play that because I want to get more of a feel to see if I really want to get this game. Which
Have
I
you
feel
seen
like
the
I
newest
want to
trailer?
get anyway. You said what?
Have you seen the newest trailer on the actual Anthem website?
Maybe not.
Because they talked about the loot finally, like some of the
Oh,
updating your javelin and things like that. They finally start talking about all of that and like some parts of the story. Like they're starting to really show more details instead of just streaming the game and doing crap. Like they're really talking about the game. So
I don't know if you guys know who Rick Caucus is. He does videos for Destiny, but he's starting to move toward Anthem, which I think is very telling.
ooh.
That a lot of these people who are doing Destiny are moving to Anthem. Um, because I'm telling you, I really think that Destiny's going to be dead for a little while until Destiny 3 comes
So
out.
what does that mean for Bungie and that whole deal that happened last week? Like, you see what I mean? Like with
Well, I'm saying
Activision
it's
and Bungie.
because of that.
Yeah.
You know.
Wow. So I mean, I wonder. So I kind of want to ask him questions. And I'm asking you, like you him, but I was be like,
Right.
it's because of the funding. You worried about the Destiny's going to have the funding that it's going to need in order to stay strong. Like it's a lot of factors that go into this deal. Like that happened. It's going to be a lot of
It's just like
entities.
really crazy because it's like all these games that are going to be competing with it are coming out, and then they announce what they announce. So it's like, and I know their numbers have already been, going down.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's going to be.
Yeah. Another thing too, like with Jump Force, like that kind of worries me because the game comes out like February 15th.
Right.
Like all of them come out on the same day. You got Metro, Crackdown, and Jump Force all released on the same day.
But you remember Dragon Ball that came out, like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, that came out a while back? Mm-hmm. Like it came out and you could not even play it. You couldn't play it online. Remember Lady and I got it? Oh, wow. Like I think we both got it for free. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you couldn't play it. Like it was unplayable at launch, like online.
Oh, wow,
you couldn't play with people. And that's because I think they used that stupid peer-to-peer network being cheap instead of, paying for dedicated servers. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. If Jump Force doesn't pay for dedicated servers, it's going to be DOA.
You're absolutely right. I agree.
Right.
You have a question, LBOOGIE.
Oh, we got a question. Question time. All right.
What do you think that BioWare learned from their experience with Mass Effect Andromeda, which they applied to Anthem?
I already got one.
When boredom set in. That's what he asked.
I already got one. Because I can tell right away was the facial animations on the cutscenes. They nailed that. Because those cutscenes in Anthem, man, even with the latest video they released today, it looked phenomenal. Like they made sure they cleaned all that up. So I don't know if they had like Team A, Team B that was working on what, but this don't they polished the crap out of Anthem's facial expressions and stuff like that. So Andromeda's looked kind of janky. It's no jank. So just saying.
I know that why is my train of thought leaving me? I looked at another screen and now I can't remember what the hell I was about to say. Yeah, I don't know. Like what I was telling you guys before about Rick Caucus and stuff. Like he did a whole like in-depth. I guess they like flew him out, and let him play the game, and he was able to show like a nice in-depth footage of Anthem. And I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be fun. I have my snobby cousin that he does graphic design, so like his standards, because he's a graphic designer, are like sky high. He's looking like at every little detail, out there instead of like enjoying the game. So I think that some of that happens when you are an artist. I guess
you find every little thing. So.
Yeah, for me, it's still like it looks fun. Mm-hmm. Like it looks like it's gonna be fun. It'll be interesting, and because I know so many people are gonna be playing it, that also gives it a boost because there's nothing like having people to play with.
Yeah, I'm worried about the repetitiveness, but that's what happens with these type of games. I worry about it, like constantly doing the same stuff over and over, and just looting, and then doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, that's my thing. That's my thing. That's my thing.
That and enemies, like I mentioned this before, but like bullet sponges and things, I'm not a huge fan of that. Right. So but now I'm telling you, after seeing this latest video with them going through like the loot and the various different javelins and things, like I have a renewed interest in like the way you can customize your character and stuff like that. So I mean, we'll see. It's still EA. It still might be some problems that might creep up. It still has huge potential to be like microtransaction city. So I mean, we'll see. We got less than what? It's less than a month now, right? Yeah, it's less than a
we'll be
month.
able to play the beta, and we'll be able to see more.
Yeah, it's less than a month for the beta, and the game drops the 15th. So yeah, less than a month when the game drops. So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully, the beta is smoother than the alpha, and we'll take it from there.
Yep.
Well, I think that was the one and only question.
Yeah, I don't see any other ones. So
yeah, I think we're good to go. How about you, ladies? You ready to do your outros?
Yeah, we ready.
All right, go ahead, lady.
I want to thank everybody that stopped by today on our lovely podcast every Saturday at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and Eastern. You know where I'll be at. I'll be Lady Dr. Infamous now. Lady_Infamous 30 on Twitter. Lady_Infamous 415 on Twitch. We'll be streaming something today. And just thank you to my lovely panel for doing the bestest things ever. And you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
All right, go ahead, Delilah.
Yes. Yes, thank you all in the chat for rocking out with us. We do appreciate it. And anybody who's listening later, we do appreciate you for stopping by the show. You can catch us right here every Saturday at noon. You can also catch me, Delilah, on Twitter at Delilah_HD, and also on the Inner Circle podcast on Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, man, thank you. And we'll see you guys next week.
All right. And this is LBOOGIE 0208. I really appreciate everyone, every single one of you guys coming through. We see who is here. You guys are just about our regulars, I think, at this point. We love everybody. Spread the word. Yeah. Thanks for coming out. Have a wonderful Saturday. You can see me on Mixer, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, weekdays, and just whenever I feel like it on weekends. So, love you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, shout out to Reese. We love you, lady.
Yep.